G'day, Gavin from Aussie Bush Pens. In this video, there's not going to be any turning. I'm going to show you my CA finish for my pens. I've done a Gidgee cigar, gold cigar. And in this video, I'm going to go from the steps from when I finish turning and sanding. So I sand to 600 grit. You're going to see from that to when I press the pen. It's not the best method. It's my method. It's what I've worked out over time to best suit me. Some people will swear by certain CAs. Me, I've just found one that works for me. Don't necessarily have any preference. Treat them right and they'll all work fine for you, but this is a gloss finish. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do is, while the boss isn't around, get some paper towel. Don't tell her. Righto, so now that I've turned and sanded my pen, I've got my paper towel. The first thing I do is I give it a clean with some metho. Now, for those of you who don't speak Aussie, metho, methylated spirits, or in some countries, denatured alcohol. I'm just cleaning off the dust. Might not be necessary, but it's what I like to do. And you can see all the crap it's getting wet. So while it's drying, I then get the next lot of stuff ready. So I like to do 6 coats of thin CA and 9 coats of thick. So what I do is I get my first 3 pieces of paper towel ready, and it's just a reminder to me to make it easier to count. You know, it's like you get into a song, you forget, don't know what's going on. As far as what CA you use, I've used a couple of different types. Leave that up to you. Some people have their favourites and swear by them. Good for them. I've just found one that works for me. So what I use is I use one of the pen parts, plastic bags, as a finger dom. I don't like getting CA all over my fingers anymore. You don't need much. Just a small squirt, back and forth. On the other side, back and forth. Now at this point I count to 10. Every step from here on in, just about, is 10 after an action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I go for another one. Just back and forth. Back and forth. You count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is coat number 3. At this point, I like to hit it with a bit of accelerator. Count to 10. While I'm counting to 10, I keep my piece of paper towel off my plastic, because as the CA dries, it creates heat. It's exothermic, and if you leave it on the plastic bag, it actually melts the plastic bag. And next thing you know, you've glued the paper towel to your finger, and you keep getting CA in there. Like I said, this might not be the best method. It's my method. It's what works for me where I am. So I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm happy to take suggestions if you think I could be doing something differently. But so far I've found it's worked for me, and I've had a lot of positive compliments on how I finish my pens. Like I said, I like to do 6 coats of thin and then 9 of thick, medium, sorry. And the 9 and medium will make a bit sense possibly a little bit later. So Again, quick squirt the accelerator between the nib of my super glue. So, small drop on the paper towel, back and forth, you can see the lines. And then on the other side, I'll give every coat of medium squirt of accelerator. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see them in the light there, but I'll try and zoom in a bit. See those ridges? I'm about to take all those out. I'll show you what I do with those in a sec. So I'm not stressed about those ridges. For me, it's all part of the process. Part of the reason why I go for 9. So I wet sand. Now I'm going to get rid of those ridges. Let's start with a bit of 600. This is probably the only time I don't necessarily count to the 10. But the goal here is just to get rid of those ridges. Not too much pressure. Put your fingers, feel along. I can just feel a little lump there. Yeah, that's good. So if you go along here, you can feel the ridges. You can see the CA sanding off there. Right, onto my 1200, and it's 10 again. Now onto the micro edge pads, 10 on each side. This is off definitely for a gloss finish. You can see the sun reflecting it. So now what I do is I just back the tailstock off a fraction, because these are all stuck together. So I get my knife, my scalpel, and I just cut, leaving plenty of room. I'm just breaking that CA. So as you can see, there's tails left, CA tails. So craft knife. Now the trick here is to do a slicing motion, not peel, so slice down through the glue. If you peel, you've got a chance of delaminating. Take your time, it's better off to having to go around a couple too many times and trying to rush it, because if you delaminate, you've got to start again. And a piece of 400. Now, last step is to assemble it. I've never needed a fancy pen press or anything like that. I know people use the jaw clamps, quick grips. Turn myself a couple of mandrels out of chopping board. I've got a Morse taper 1 and a 2, and then I'll bring them up. I always try and have a look to see how I want to line it up, if anything needs changing. Just like that.